Okay, we are back. Laid Out show. This week we have another special guest, Danny Whitaker.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce your man who you brought in with you as well?
Yeah, this is Glenn. He's my manager. Since I turned pro, I've been with Glenn, which is just over a year now. So brought him along with me to have a chat with you guys. Yeah.
1 year, so you've had a bit of a fucking whirlwind for a year, really. So really, you know what we're going to ask you about.
Oh, I hope. That's his phone. He never puts it on.
Do you want to say it the right camera as well?
That's Craig, by the way.
I love how you looked at me like
Put it on
you know Tories, man. That's shit.
Okay.
That's staying in. It's still going, man. So you know what we're going to ask you about Ultimate Boxer? One, how short notice was the short notice?
Well, to be honest with you, from knowing how we're actually going to be fighting in the tournament, we're talking probably just under 3 weeks. So it was on the Tuesday, and the tournament was 2 weeks on the Saturday. So yeah, just under 3 weeks from. Well, within 1 day we got told that it might be just a stand-in to back up just in case someone falls out. So I'm actually going to be fighting in the tournament, but that was a lot of it to do with Glenn. I left it with him, and he was sort of speaking to them at the time and finding out what was going on and what were involved. But yeah, it happened very quick.
How did you prepare yourself for that? You know, with just 2 weeks finding out, were you already pretty much in shape already, or what?
Well, I boxed for literally 3 weeks before it. I'd literally just boxed, so I wasn't. I wouldn't say that I were in the gym with those 3 weeks constantly because I'd only just had a young baby, so I was spending a bit of time with the family, and then the phone call came in, so it was just literally all guns blazing, then straight back to the gym. And to be honest, the only thing that we probably did different, we upped the training quite a lot, obviously, with the fitness side of things, but all the thing we did more of is sparring. I sparred more probably in the 2 weeks leading up to Ultimate Boxer than I did in my whole camp for the previous fight. So it was just literally sparring nearly every day. So that pretty much helped me out massively anyway, preparing me for that tournament. Yeah.
So and then after all that, you get drawn with the favourite.
Yeah.
So what did you think when that draw happened? What was your first initial thoughts between you both?
Well, let Glenn speak first. Well, what do you
Honest
think,
thoughts.
Glenn wasn't even there, so I mean, as soon as it happened, I thought I'd get on the phone straight away and tell him, and I rings him up and I says, I've got Plata in first round, and he was like, oh, right, okay. So, what did you actually think then, if you don't mind
After you hung up, what did you think?
Well,
Did you go,
yeah,
fuck?
if you're going to win it, you got to beat the man who the favourite is, and
You got to beat a favourite too,
Yeah.
can't you, I guess.
they went in there and done the job.
That's
Really well.
That's it. So there's a bit of... sorry, go on.
For me, I mean, I'll be honest with you, when I got there, the press conference, and it rolled. I mean, come on, I've had 2 professional fights, and next minute I'm stood there, there's Bunsey there, there's Paulie Malignaggi there, and I'm just a bit starstruck, so I was just taking it all in my stride and just happy to be there. And to be honest with you, I didn't really care who I got in the first round because I was just going to be part of the tournament. Obviously, I wanted to win no matter what anyway, but just being part of that tournament and getting that platform at this early on in my stage of my career, I was just buzzing. So it didn't really faze me. I didn't go, oh no, I've got a favourite. I was just like, yeah, whatever, let's get on with this and just enjoy it, yeah.
Do you know what? It's like the perfect thing to look at and say, oh, you get one opportunity to make a bit of a name and make a statement. Like, fucking hell did you take it? Because I remember chatting to a few people around, like, because we met a few boxers now. I was like, no, Danny Whitaker's in this. And I was like, oh, 2-0. And I banged it on, he was on Facebook Live, right?
Yeah.
And your fight was the first one. And I was like, oh, this is that fucking Danny Whitaker.
Yeah, he texted me, I watched it.
I was watching it. And then I was hyping up Polite, like, oh, he's a favourite, he's this, he's that, he trains out of here. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. Alright, anyway, I watch it. Because I was watching for Josh Sandlin because he'd been on the show like 4 weeks earlier or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking hell, he's won the first round here. He's won the fucking second round. And then I was thinking, like, we watched it back just before you came.
Yeah.
And I was like, not really sure what fucking Plata's really doing, are we? Why is he just... Does he think it's like a 12-round fight? He looked calm as fuck.
Then the third round came and Danny was putting his shots together.
Is that it? Are they putting on it even more?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that third round, to be fair, the first half of the third round, I probably didn't do too much. I probably moved around a bit and let him come to me. But in a way, that sort of played in my favour because, I mean, by the end, the last sort of 30 seconds, I started putting my shots together. And I think that's what sort of stood out in that last round, and for the judges in particular. So it nicked me that last round. So, but yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying by he sort of stood in front of me and sort of didn't know what to do himself in a sense. It was a bit strange to, yeah. But I knew before. I mean, we watched a few of his fights. We'd spoke. We'd done some sessions. Glenn came along, did some sessions with me beforehand as well, just to talk me through because he's been there with his fighters before on big shows, just to talk me through what the night were going to be like, etc. And we did some pad work and stuff, and working on what we'd seen Paletta do in his fights not very well, and something that we can do well to beat him. And I think through the whole fight, really, I did what we planned on doing. In them 2 weeks, I did very well, and it won me the fight in the end. But again, I mean, a different platter on a different night when he actually put something else into it, it might have been a different fight. But at the end of the day, I would have happy with my performance and getting the win. And as you can quite clearly see from the interview straight after the fight, I lost my head a little bit. But yeah, we're all fun.
Nice one. So after that, like, what's it been like after being on the Ultimate Boxer? What's it done for you? Has it done anything? Nothing?
Yeah.
The same, different?
I mean, in regards to
Got a lot of publicity.
I've had a lot of people get in touch with me. I've had people obviously messaging me on social media and stuff like that, congratulating me. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably just, if anything, I mean, I was hungry before, but it's just made me more hungry for bettering myself and wanting to get on the big stage again and fight on these big shows, because like I say, that feeling when you win a fight like that in front of them, a sold-out crowd, and everyone putting it on you that you're not going to win the fight, and nothing were expected from me to win it. The feeling, I can't explain the feeling. Like I say, it took me to another level, and I want that again. So it's just give me a bit more hunger to put everything I've got into it, and hopefully get on a big stage again and perform again. Yeah.
Nice. So what's next? What's next?
Well, to be honest, at the moment I'm fighting on the 14th of March. No opponent confirmed as of yet. I mean, we've got to fight another 5 weeks until then. So I'm just grafting hard, and I've just literally brought Brendan Halford in. He's my new boxing coach. I was with Paul Newby previously. Massive respect to Paul. He's a lifelong friend. I've known him since I was a kid. But Paul's a very busy man with other things that he's got on in his life as well at the moment. He does a lot of coaching with karates as well as his own gym, mixed martial arts gym over in Silsden, where I'm from. So we were just struggling with me living in Guiseley and being in Silsden to get the right amount of time together. So we thought as a team it was really, and as well as myself more than anything, it was time to bring somebody in who could commit a lot more and spend a lot more time for me to progress and get better. As you've seen in the rankings now where I am, the lads above me, I mean, I need to be on my game to be beating them, so I need to make sure that I'm progressing and getting better, and I needed someone like Brendan, and in the 2 weeks that I've been with him already, there's already massive improvements in my boxing. I'm just excited to get moving forward. So I'm hoping, I mean, just this year to get more fights, get my name out there a bit more, and win looking good, and hopefully the bigger fights that will come. I don't want to rush into anything too stupid too soon, because I mean, you can probably be a bit guilty of that with a big show like at the end of the year on the Ultimate Boxer, thinking straight away, this publicity, let's go straight to a big fight straight after that. I'd rather just build up. I mean, again, I've only had 4 fights now professionally, 2 of them on the same show, and they were only 3-rounders, and obviously Nick Webburn didn't even last one. So I want to make sure I get the right sort of experience in the ring, build up to 6-rounders, 8-rounders before I get into the even bigger fights. So, but yeah, I'm excited. The plan this year is to get as many fights in as possible and win them all.
Do you know roughly how many times you're looking to go out this year?
About 4, yeah.
About 4 or 5 times, yeah. I am getting married this year as well, so we're having to work it around that one as well. But I'm sure I can, as long as I'm not fighting a week before my wedding day, I'm sure my missus will be alright with that.
Yeah, you don't want to tear up before your wedding photo.
No black eyes.
Alright, man, so rest of 2020 you want to fight 4 times. What's your big goal? Not massive goal in the sport, what's like your medium term goal, like central area?
Yeah.
What do you want to? Where do you see yourself going? Like,
we need to get through the 4-rounders, 6-rounders, see how we go. Steady progression, get the right opponents in. Danny's a big ticket seller, so we're getting him on the good right shows. Kev Marion, Frank Duffin are being kind to us, putting Danny on his shows.
Yeah.
Then we're getting in the right opponents,
Yeah.
Get the experience in the rounds.
Nice.
And hopefully we'll work towards the Central Area title.
That's the aim. I want to fight for that. I mean, when I first came into it as a pro, for me, that was what I wanted to get to. I never came into it thinking I was going to be a world beater anyway. To be honest with you, I had 20 fights on a white collar, and you know the level between white collar and professional is massive. The gap is massive. So for me, from going from sparring white collar fighters to then sparring professional fighters, it's completely different. You go from being a big fish in a little pond to being the little fish in the big pond. So it's all starting again. It's all still a progression, and I understand and I appreciate that there's loads for me to do and loads for me to learn. So these next few years is all about learning and steadily progressing and getting the right fights at the right time. Don't get me wrong, if a big enough fight comes along, I mean, it's something I'd definitely consider. But the Central Area title fight for me is definitely the main aim at the moment. But again, I wouldn't rush straight into that. I would make sure I work my way towards it so I'm ready for it when it comes.
Nice one, smart. So, next part of the show is it's like topical stuff, right?
Okay.
So, seeing as you're a heavyweight, if you got someone, do you want to switch? This is the first LAIDOUT show substitution we've ever had.
Quick trading.
Yeah.
This one's not as quiet as the last one. They might have to tell me to shut up a couple of times. This is Craig. He does my strength and conditioning training. I've been again when I moved over to Guiseley beginning when I turned pro last year. I met Craig. He just opened a gym over in Guiseley, which I trained pretty much full time now, called Box Fit. And he sort of took me under his wing, started doing a lot of sort of strength training with me, and it just built from there. And now he's just part of my team. So Craig Wood, yeah.
Hey guys.
We were introduced to Craig with his ringtone, so now everyone gets to meet him face to face. All right, man. So you're heavyweight, so we're gonna keep it heavyweight related. So big news early this week or middle of this week or Friday, Thursday. Joyce Dubois got announced. Pretty cool fight, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you see it panning out?
I'll let Craig start with that. Go on.
Dubois will just walk through Joe Joyce, I think. I don't think Joe Joyce has got the toughness to go through him, really. I think he'll walk through him. I think he'll just tuck up tight, work a couple of rounds in, and then just start to walk through him. Big shots and take him out. Take him out 4 or 5 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
I think that Dubois will win the fight. Probably not walk through him. I think probably later rounds. Probably around sort of 7th, 8th round. I think he'll stop him. He's just got such a big punch. I mean, the top heavyweights now. I mean, they're all big punches out there. Let's be fair. They're all like knockout artists. Well, I mean, other than Fury, really, and probably don't knock them all out, but he's got the boxing skills on him to be able to keep away from the knockout artists, if that makes sense. But I still think Dubois will win the fight, and I think it'll be late rounds. But I think it'll be a good fight because Joyce is a good fighter. To be honest, as well. You just mentioned it to me then. After the Ultimate Boxing event, literally within a few days, Joyce, Sam Joyce's manager got in touch with me, offered me some sparring with him. Literally the week over Christmas. So I don't think my missus would be right happy if I'm travelling down to London to spar with me. I didn't do it, to be fair, but hopefully one day I'll get some sparring with him. But yeah, he got in touch with me straight after that show. He was actually at the show where his manager. And he messaged me through Instagram offering the sparring, so that's nice, I suppose, that he got in touch and offered me that. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't take it.
I wish you had. I could do with some time away.
All right, man. So yeah, do you know what? I probably agree with. I think Dubois is pretty frightening, man. As a fighter goes, I think I can't watch any of his interviews. Like, I wouldn't say it to his face, but fucking
boring.
So boring. And Joe Joyce is boring as well. So
Yeah.
I watched their conference and I was like, it was like 2 toddlers having an argument. It's like, I'm gonna knock you out. I was like, no, I'm gonna knock you out.
My dad's stronger
It's
than
like
your
2
dad.
massive, hard as fuck toddlers.
The thing is as well, because they're so big. I mean, I think Dubois now he's starting to relax a little bit more. But when you watch him, when he first started, went pro, he's so like robotic in it and just like going forward and just steamrolls through you. And I think that. When one of the first times I watched Joyce fighting as a pro fighter, I thought he was very similar. You know what I mean? And then he, after he wins his fight, he does a backflip. I'm like, why can't you relax like that when you're fighting? But yeah, no, I think it's a good fight. But I think Dubois would.
Yeah, Joe, I'll probably agree with you. So next one, I think we've asked everyone now. Is Fury Wilder 2. It's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
There you go, 2 weeks. So
How does that go?
how does that go?
I was at the start.
Well, I'll go first this time. Then I think Fury will win on points. Again, I think he just wants to stay away from the big shot. Wilder will say himself, obviously Fury needs to get it right for 12 rounds every second of the round. All Wilder needs to do is get it right that one split second and he can knock you clean out. So, but I think, I think Fury's in a good place, and I think the only thing that does concern me slightly is a change of coach. But again, I still think that he's just. I think he'll win, but I hope he's going to win as well, because I just think he's the better boxer, and I think he deserves it. So I'm going to go for Fury win by points. Yeah.
Fury on points.
Yeah, I think Wilder's going to come forward a little bit more than he did last time. I think he'll try and close him down a bit quicker. I think he'll go for the bigger punches straight away, especially after that knockdown in the last round. I think that'll unfortunately play into Fury's hands. I think Fury will just step off him, and he'll catch him. I'd like to see him stop him, but I don't think he will. I think it'll go distance, and it'll be Fury win on points.
What about you?
Do you know what? I'm sticking to what I said. Same. I think it's going to points, Fury. Yeah, that's what I think.
No, it's consensus. Do you know what? I think that's been the consensus on it. I don't think anyone said Wilder.
Wilder.
I don't think so.
But then you never know, right?
You never know. It's just that one punch, innit? I mean, to be fair, in his last fight against what's his name? Ortiz. I think Ortiz were pretty much outboxing him, and just, that rip, boom, one shot, finish, night. Let's see you later. But that's how quick it can happen with him. It's one of them. So he's got a puncher's chance, but if he stays away from that big shot, Fury is definitely going to win it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so keep it local now. So Kid Galahad won last night.
Yeah.
So he's now mandatory again for Josh Warrington.
Yeah.
What do you want to see Josh Warrington do next? Because he's in a bit of limbo now.
I don't want to see the rematch.
I wouldn't want to see a rematch here. I think. Even last night watching Kid Galahad, as good as he may be, I just don't find him entertaining to watch. He's very scrappy, don't you think? Just how he does things, he gets in, he roughs people up, and then he works from there. It's good, obviously it works, but it's not entertaining, is it? So I wouldn't really want to watch it again with Josh Warrington, because I think he did the same with him.
Yeah. What does Warrington have to do then? Do you think he goes up in weight, around for a title fight? Because he just seems to be... I don't know what it is. And
he's looking for the big fight abroad, isn't he? He's looking for the big fight abroad.
Yeah.
He's been hoping for that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
To go over to America.
Yeah, he's been after it for a while. I know his training team really personally as well. So he's looking for the big fight. I think he'll 2-3 fights from now, and I think he'll retire. I think 2-3, yeah. I don't think he'll go much longer.
Fair enough.
That's all he needs to unify though.
Yeah, true.
He's I'm trying to remember the lad just called him out. Can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names.
Stevenson.
No, the coloured lad from America. The American.
I don't know.
I think I did see that.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
We're talking about him last time, I think.
Oh, Shakur Stevenson.
Is it?
Sure.
Oh, Shakur, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a tough fight. I think it's a really tough fight, but again, I think Warrington could take him with just a work rate. Yeah. Work rate, or just outwork him.
We put that out on our socials actually. It's Shakur Stevenson versus Josh Warrington, and it was a mixed bag actually.
Yeah.
Like I won't say who voted what, but a lot of fighters voted for Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
Boxers.
Yeah.
Thought they'd go that way, but Warrington's been underdog in every fight.
He has, and he always pulls through, doesn't he? He always pulls through. It just shows you what hard work and work rate can do for you in a fight if you just don't stop coming forward.
Yeah.
I think he's a great boxer. Great for Leeds as well. Fair play.
Yeah. If he unifies that division, right? Let's say he does. Where does he rank? And then he retires. Where does he rank in UK boxers of all time? He's got to be there with like Calzaghe and stuff like that. And
what if he retires unbeaten?
If he retires unbeaten and he unifies,
I love Josh to bits, but I think you've got to have a few more defences. You've got to establish it. Calzaghe, 9 years, unbeaten. Yeah. You've got to continue that. You've got to prove you can do it over a sustained period of time, not over a few years.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, boom.
Yeah, he's definitely up there, but he's...
No, I agree. Right, I'll let Jules take away the last...
Guys, so for the last part of the show, topical questions. Danny, you can start first. So top 3 pound for pound fighters of all time, dead or alive.
Right, okay, so top 3. Well, I'd say... best, as in my opinion, or just best as in you think they are the best, or what you personally
as
like
you would
as a fighter. Right, my favourite. Right, okay. Number 3, I like Mike Tyson. So definitely Mike Tyson as an heavyweight, just as his style. Really, it's quite unique of what he did at a young age as well. So number 3, Mike Tyson. Number 2, I would say I liked Joe Calzaghe. Yeah, Joe Calzaghe got maybe a little bit of stick from it for his sort of style of boxing. Now he did things, but you can't really argue with who he beat and what he did. But number 1 for me, and the reason I picked this was number 1, and I've even trained at his gym, and I never even really spoke to him much about it. But one of the main reasons I started boxing was after watching Ricky Hatton fight Costa Tszyu. And it were an exciting fight if you've seen it. And ever since that fight, it got me hooked on boxing. And it was such an exciting fight. Obviously, it's a shame what happened when he boxed Mayweather and Pacquiao. But just for the pure sort of what he did, how his career and watching him fight affected me and got me involved in the sport. And an exciting fighter that he is. Just for all that, really, that he's my number 1 favourite pound-for-pound boxer.
Check that. By yourself, Greg?
Yeah, similar. Because Calzaghe, I'd go through it. Love Calzaghe. Absolutely loved him. It's what really got me into boxing. Ricky Hatton, favourite boxer of all time for me. Absolutely love his style. I like that marauding, come forward, body shots, that real work rate. And tough, standing there, will go toe-to-toe with you. You know, really love that style. But for me, number 1's got to be Andre Ward. Absolutely love Andre Ward.
Yeah, I love that.
Negative fighter, but how'd you beat him? Who can? The only person I see now would be Usyk. I think if you could get him against Usyk, that would be a sick fight.
When you say a negative fighter,
negative as in he'll do what he needs to do to actually
like
win the
Floyd
fight.
Mayweather.
He isn't worried about
Like,
looking stylish or flash.
Yeah.
Don't need to stand. He knows exactly what he's got to do to get paid at the end of the day.
Subtle work,
Yeah.
Like Kovalev, best example. He smashed his body for like 10 or so rounds, like consistently.
Yeah.
So he's sick, Ward. I wish he would have stuck around for a bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit more. He's got more in him.
Yeah.
he has, to be fair. How many fights has he had?
He's only like 29, 30.
Yes, it's not. Yeah, I don't think
Keep coming back now and again, nice little payday, win another fight and then see you retired again.
I need to get that Canelo money out. Canelo money out.
Things, how do you think he'd fare?
Who fights Canelo next though?
George, you're asking us.
This is it. I mean, who would you like? I'm asking you a question now. Yeah? Who would you like for Canelo?
Do you know? I want to see him fight Saunders.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
I don't think
Good
Saunders has
fight.
got
Exciting fight.
I
You don't think he's got a chance? Why?
No.
Who do you want to see Canelo fight next?
Yeah.
Can anyone beat Canelo?
Say again.
Can anyone beat Canelo? That's about around those weights. It's hard.
No, because Usyk's completely stepped up now, hasn't he? So no, I don't think there is anybody who can beat him. I don't think Bill. I think he'll knock Saunders out. I think he'll take him out inside 7 rounds.
Big puncher, isn't he?
Yeah,
I say Canelo beats Saunders. Yeah. I would still want to see how it pans out.
I want to see the rematch with
I'd want to see
Mayweather. That was the one I wanted to see more than all because I think he got around the second time round.
That knockout against Amir Khan was brutal, wasn't it?
Oh, great.
Absolutely. That punch would have knocked an horse out, wouldn't it?
His soul just went.
Wow. Shit. Right, guys, so if I could give you both 2 ringside tickets, you can go back in time and watch any fight live. Which one would it be?
Well, I'm probably going to go back and say, like, I know it's a bit boring, I'm talking about the same thing, but if I have a ringside ticket, I'd go to Costa Tszyu, Ricky Hatton and go watch that one ringside because it was a belter. Yeah, that's mine.
To be honest with you, I think that was one of my favourite fights of all time.
You can't have it though.
I'm not going to take that. I'd actually like the Shane Mosley versus Mayweather fight. That's one of the ones I wouldn't have minded going to see that. I like Shane Mosley, especially in that era of boxing. I thought he was really good. He looked vulnerable at times, but that fight against Mayweather, he, give it everything. And I actually thought he should have got that, really.
All right.
Take that.
Okay.
Last question. If you guys could lay out any celebrity, who would it be?
You can go
Who's
first.
going first? Craig's going first.
Yeah.
Can I just say Danny Whitaker because he punched me loud?
That don't work. It's not a celebrity, mate. Come on.
Any celebrity.
We'll be here a while now. I've been thinking about this question.
It's got to be something like Justin Bieber.
You've just stole mine.
He's a slap.
You've just stole mine.
It's my height, it's my build, and I think I might have a chance with that one.
No, you won't have a chance. He'd batter you.
Come on, Danny, who you laying out?
You can't both keep Bieber in.
I'm not.
Chew him up.
I think of somebody else. Let me think.
Don't say
Do I need
last.
What?
Don't say your lads.
I know. She's a celebrity. I feel like I'm proper put on spot here now. Is there anyone that I particularly hate? No, probably not. Unless it's actually somebody I'm probably watching on TV and they're doing me head in and I'll turn them over.
Anyone from Love Island then, yeah?
I don't watch Love Island, so what I will probably say is anyone on Love Island, I'll just lay them all out. As simple as that. Other than that, I couldn't really tell you exactly who. Just every contestant. Oh, well, Tommy Fury's been on there, hasn't he? That might be a bit more difficult, but oh well.
That's that title right there. It calls out Tommy.
Well, I think I need to lose a bit more weight before I get down his weight, to be fair.
Then my fight's easier than yours.
Yeah, true.
Well, fellas, thanks for coming on. Danny,
problem.
people want to find you, follow you on your socials, get tickets for your next fight. Where can they go for that?
You can go on my, I've got my personal page on Facebook, Danny Whitaker. You've got the Danny Whitaker Professional Heavyweight Boxer page on Facebook, as well as DWits90 on my Instagram. You can contact me on any of those. And again, through the BoxFit page from Guiseley, or Glenn Banks as well, my manager. So any of those, you can go on, search them on any social media, you'll be able to find them and just give us a message, yeah?
Oh. Thanks for coming on, man, and
No
keep
problem.
up the hard work.
Thank you again, honestly, I really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, thanks.